What?
I have no clue. Wait, hold on. So
yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I should have gotten that.
Except for when it fucks up.
Wildly off topic.
Welcome to Brolab episode
something.
We're actually talking about Lord of the Rings in this video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quote from Gandalf, and you're actually a bigger Lord of the Rings fan than me, so.
I love my Lord of the Rings, man. Even though we both, once again, like in the first video, we both have our little Lord of the Rings, the One Ring.
Yeah. Which
doesn't make sense because you can't have more than the One Ring.
Yeah, well, yours is fake and cheap, so.
Well, yeah. Anyway, so do you want to say the quote?
I will if you want me to say it.
I want you to say it, Brandon.
We could use whatever quote you want to use. I don't care.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Oh, but I don't really feel like that quote. Why? I don't know. Just anything other than that quote.
Why? No, that's the quote we came up with before the episode, Brandon.
I pretend to be like a girlfriend.
I see. Like, where do you want to go? Not that quote.
I don't know. Use any quote you want to use. No, I don't feel like that quote. Pick any quote but that one. Anyways, quote is from Gandalf. It's from the Fellowship of the Ring.
When they're in the mines of Moria.
The mine! Yeah.
A mine!
So the quote, I'm gonna shorten down version, but this is the meat of the quote is, all we have to decide to do, what?
Okay, hold on.
Butchering the fuck out of it.
Let me see if I can get it, because it is like a weird one. Okay. All we have to do is decide. Wait, hold on. No, don't look it up. This is fun. No, don't put it away. No cell phones. Okay. All we have to do is decide.
No, it's all we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given us. There we go.
You got it.
All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given us. And especially as entrepreneurs, just in general, we have to use our time effectively and manage our time and, make the most of our time as well, right?
Yeah.
So no minute can go to waste if you want to achieve your goals.
Well, for me, it also comes down to what kind of decisions are you making? Like, are you the type of person who is working for the weekend? And basically everything you do in work life is to go out to a bar and spend all your money? Mm-hmm. Or like, are you spending, like for instance, for me, I see people do that all the time, especially in college and university. They will literally just work themselves into the ground just so that they can go out to a club on the weekend or like go on Friday. Or if they have a skip day halfway through the week. There's people who go to a club on like a Wednesday night, like halfway through the week. Anyway, it's weird to me.
Yeah.
It's cool if you want to do that, but what I'm saying is there's different things that you can be spending not only your time but also your money on. I would way rather spend that money advertising or going out and giving it to somebody who needs it, or like
investing in yourself.
Investing in yourself, investing in your portfolio, right?
Yeah.
It comes down to what are you spending your money on? Like seriously, lots of people will feel like they have no abundance in their life. Mm-hmm. And it's because of the habits that they have.
Yeah. Well, it's like, is your money working towards your benefit? Yeah, you could go have an awesome time. You could go clubbing, go to a party, and you spend all your money on booze or, what have you. But then the next day comes around and that money is gone. Now you have no money. Yeah.
So, and the issue that I take with it is when people are constantly complaining that they have no money, look at your habits and figure out what the actual problem is rather than just complaining about the symptoms coming out of it.
You can go to the club every night. You can party every weekend. But then if you're going to then turn around and complain about, oh, I'm so broke. Oh, I have no money. You have no one to blame but yourself. Quit bitching because you're wasting my time and you're wasting your time and you're not doing anything beneficial for yourself. If you're going to at least have that lifestyle, then at least be honest enough with yourself to admit that, oh, I have no money because like I go to the club every weekend and I spend my paycheck on it.
We are by no means saying don't go out and have fun, because fun is an incredibly important part of life. Just take a step back. Like if you're really feeling hurt around finances, then maybe what you should do is say, okay, for this month on this paycheck, I'm allowing 15% of it to go towards going out and going to a club or like having fun and doing that kind of stuff. And then the rest of it you're going to put away or save. And you know, there's different ways that you can fragment your money. It's like, what do you choose to spend your time, your money, your resources, and your space? Just what you're choosing to spend everything on.
And again, like we're not saying don't have fun. It's important to have fun because it keeps you from going insane.
Well, and fun is fun. Right?
Exactly. Fun is fun. Especially as an entrepreneur, you do need you need to take some time for yourself just to recharge and relax. You need to be focusing most of your effort toward your business and growing and improving yourself, because if you're not, then you're gonna stay stuck in the same place, gonna be working the same job that you maybe don't like and wasting all your money at that club every Friday night.
Well, and the other thing that I've seen with people a lot of the time is they'll go out and they'll have this amazing idea of what their perfect life will look like. It's like, great, fantastic, cool. So what are you doing in terms of actually getting there? And then they say, well, I'm working a job right now and I'm saving some money and like, but then the thing is, they'll work their job and then they'll go home and watch 5 to 10 hours of Netflix.
And then go to sleep.
Get up, go to their job again. When that time, you know what, throw Netflix on in the background and start just doing stuff on your laptop. Like,
but no, it's true. There's this quote from Arnold Schwarzenegger that he says there's 24 hours in a day. So about 16 hours of that is spent on sleep and work. Well, probably 17 hours of that is spent on sleep and work. 17 hours, so then that would mean there's 7 hours left in the day before you go to sleep. So if you have 7 hours within your work week, Monday to Friday, you have 7 hours of free time that you're not sleeping or working. Well, that's a lot of time that you could be using to dedicate towards building your business, to working on your next project,
personal growth,
to marketing yourself. Yeah, personal growth. Huge. You could spend that going on social media and trying to network with other people in your industry, or trying to find potential clients, or maybe doing research to find a networking event that you can maybe go to on the weekend or something, rather than going to that club again while everyone else is out at night, partying. You're out at networking event building your business.
Or even on the flip side, having fun doesn't mean you have to go out and spend money. Like you can invite a couple of friends over, just sit out on your patio. Yeah. Honestly, even just sitting there and reading a book, which is something that almost nobody does anymore, just reading, far more beneficial for you than sitting there and watching Netflix. Personal growth, do it. Personal growth stuff, read those books. But if it's not your style, read like a book that you enjoy reading that's just a fun book, because it's actually going to help out, right? It actually helps out with your vocabulary, it helps out with the way that you interact with other people, because you can see those interactions happening in a book. It helps out with imagination, coming up with new ideas. Books are incredible, and I don't want to turn into that Lamborghini guy who's like, hey, look at my fancy car, but I like my books even better.
Ty Lopez?
Knowledge.
Dude, Ty Lopez is awesome. Shout out to Ty Lopez. But, again, with what you were saying about Netflix, I mean, you could still watch Netflix every day, but put a cap on it. Usually what I'll do is I'll have a 1 or 2 hour period each day. And I mean, it kind of depends on how busy I am, but I'll have a 1 to 2 hour period where I'm just gonna sit down, relax, recharge, and then get on with the second half of my day, and I'll just watch Netflix or maybe play video games for an hour or two. But then once that hour or two is done, I have to have enough self-control to say, okay, I've had my hour, it's time to shut down Netflix, and it's time for me to get back to working on my business.
Or just set a timer. Really. Yeah. Then it takes it off your hands, right? Just on your phone. Just be like, okay, cool. So I'm giving myself an hour to watch Netflix or play video games or whatever it is. Just literally, it's so easy nowadays. All you have to do is be like, okay, Google, or okay, Siri, set a timer for an hour.
Yeah.
And then in an hour, it goes off, and you're like, okay, cool, I gotta get back to work. And then you just shut it off.
But the thing is, you can't just rely on the timer. The timer is there to remind you, but it comes down to you. You have to be the one that is making the decision and committing to improving yourself. Because I mean, the timer can go off all day, but I mean, if you're still gonna sit in front of the TV and not get up, turn it off, and get to work, well, then the timer doesn't mean shit.
Yeah,
So,
I like that, man. Because actually, how many people, and this is, if you want, type it in the comment section below if it is kind of like what you do. But how many people set like 5 alarms to get them out of bed in the morning?
Yeah.
Right? That's exactly what you were talking about, right?
You keep hitting the snooze button, and then next thing you know, you're up like an hour and a half later, past when you wanted to wake up the night before. Yeah. So yeah, same concept. You have to have enough self-control and self-determination to get up when that alarm goes off, not hit that snooze button, or turn the TV off when the alarm goes off, and get to work.
And one of the cool things that we train our students on too is the 5-second rule, which is if you know that you need to do something, count down from 5, and then as soon as you get to 1, just go and do it, right? So getting out of bed in the morning. If you're laying there and you're like, oh, my bed is so soft, I don't want to get out of bed. Just be like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No! And get out of bed, right? Because then usually what happens is if you spend more than 5 seconds thinking about something, your brain starts to kick in and it's just running and telling you, oh, your bed's so soft, but just hit that snooze button just one more time for another 5 minutes of beautiful, beautiful rest. It's so warm, just curl up like a ball, right? And so just 5 seconds, count down from 5, and then just do it.
What's actually really funny is recently I saw How I Met Your Mother episode.
Yeah.
That just really reminded me of that, where so the character Marshall, he's on his rooftop. Rooftop right above his apartment,
Yeah.
and there's a little gap to this other building.
And in the years that followed, he kept almost
standing on the edge of his building, trying to talk himself into jumping over, but he's sitting there for hours saying, okay, I'm gonna do it this time. He's like 3, 2, 1. He does eventually. He does eventually, but for hours and hours, he's just standing there on the edge, and then finally, someone comes up to him and says, Marshall, you're not going to jump. And then he basically uses that as his excuse to get down from the ledge. So, again, it comes down to you. You have to be the one that is making that decision. A countdown or a timer doesn't mean anything if you're not going to push yourself to do it.
Who's phoning me?
He's a very, very popular guy.
I think that's good.
So what are you doing with your time? 17 hours where you're working and sleeping. What are you doing with the remaining 7 hours of your day? Are you using your time towards something that is benefiting you, or is it being wasted on things that don't matter, like Netflix? So
yeah, fair enough. Cool. Yeah, I think that's about it, man.
Yeah.
Do you want to close off?
I'm Mysterious Visions. He's Youth Empowered for Success.
Or just Nick, whatever.
Yeah. All right. Peace.
Cool.
I wish the ring had never come to me. I wish none of this had happened.
So do all who live to see such times, but that is not for them to decide. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us.